Chancellor, can you tell us a bit more about what it was that clearly upset you yesterday?
Well, clearly I was upset yesterday, and everyone could see that. It was a personal issue, and I'm not going to go into the details of that. But my job as Chancellor at 12 o'clock on a Wednesday is to be at PMQs next to the Prime Minister, supporting the government, and that's what I try to do. I guess the thing that maybe is a bit different between my job and many of your viewers is that when I'm having a tough day, it's on the telly, and most people don't have to deal with that.
That is certainly true. I mean, it's said there was an altercation between you and the Speaker, or there's also a story about potentially a conversation with someone else in the government before that happened. Is that true?
No. It was a personal issue. And I'm not going to go into the details of that. That's not. That wouldn't be right or fair. People saw I was upset, but that was yesterday, and today is a new day, and I'm just cracking on with the job. And my job as Chancellor is to return the stability to the economy, bring investment into Britain, but most importantly, to improve the lives of ordinary working people, which is why I'm so pleased that in this first year, interest rates have come down 4 times, saving money for people with mortgages. I've been the Chancellor who's increased the national living wage, giving 3 million workers a pay rise, and we're rolling out free breakfast clubs for all children at primary schools and free school meals for children whose parents are on universal credit to help people with the cost of living. So I'm proud of what we've done this last year, but is there more to do as a government? Absolutely there is, and I'm going to get on with that job.
Were you surprised the Prime Minister didn't offer you more full-throated support more quickly, even in the session of Prime Minister's questions?
Oh, I think that people can see the Keir and Mira team. We fought the election together. We changed the Labour Party together so that we could be in the position to return to power. And over the last year, we've worked lockstep together, whether that is on the budget, on the spending review, or indeed on our measures to improve public services, like the 10-year plan for the NHS, which we published today, which is putting £29 billion a year into the NHS, which means that already in a first year of a Labour government, we've delivered 4 million additional appointments. We said 2 million last year when we were fighting that general election campaign. We've delivered 4 million in the space of a year.
Can you reassure people who would have seen what they saw yesterday that you did look under a lot of pressure? You are in charge of the economy. Can you reassure them that you are still up for this job?
I totally am. This is the job that I've always wanted to do. I'm proud of what I've delivered as Chancellor. Look, I think all of your viewers have had tough days for personal reasons, for whatever reasons. I happened to be on the camera when I had a tough day, but today is a new day and I'm just getting on with the job. In the first quarter of this year, we had the fastest growing economy in the G7. Wages have risen by more in the first 10 months of this Labour government than they did in the first 10 years of the Conservative government. Is this job easy? Is it easy to turn around the economy? No, it's not. It is tough, but I'm getting on with that job, and I think people are beginning to see the results. And during the course of this Parliament, I'm determined to do more to improve living standards for working people.
But are taxes going to have to go up now?
Well, look, I'm not going to speculate because the budget will be in the autumn. And I said that when I became Chancellor, we're going to have one budget a year. So we didn't have this constant chopping and changing of policies. So we'll get a new forecast and we'll do the budget later this year. But of course, there is a cost to the welfare changes that Parliament voted through this week. And then that will be reflected in the budget. But I'm also very, very clear that that stability that we've been able to return to the economy, which has enabled the Bank of England to cut interest rates 4 times, is only possible because of the fiscal discipline, which is underpinned by the fiscal rules. And we'll be sticking to those because they're absolutely vital for the living standards of working people and also the costs that businesses face. But we'll set out all of the plans with a new forecast in the proper way in a budget in the autumn.